Well, okay, I guess it's back to this angle, although only temporarily. I know I've been doing unboxings like this still, but the regular updates, been in front of the camera, and I'm not gonna stop with that. It's just that for the moment, I'm gonna go back to this because right now I can't edit the files, which is something that I've said so many times through the years. I've just had problems with my editing software multiple times since I started YouTube. I don't know why. I've been kind of unlucky with that, I guess. But I'm not very good at it either. Well, the editing, I'm, not bad at that, but I'm not good at computers. So, yeah, I'm having some problems. So I can't open the program right now. I have been trying to fix it, and I will be able to solve it eventually. So this is just temporarily that I'll film the updates like this. And I actually did film an update, and well, I could mention the reason. Well, there's no really specific reason. I just kind of, when I'm in front of the camera, I find it difficult to pull off an update without cuts, because I sometimes forget what to say, or I don't, can't think of what to say, and it's easier to do that behind the camera somehow. I mean, I don't feel as pressured, maybe you could say. Doesn't matter, but so I'll do it like this for now. But like I was about to say, I actually did film an update a week ago or a couple of weeks ago, I guess, but which I have not uploaded because I did that in front of the camera and I need to edit that, and I did that before I knew that I had this problem. So that's gonna have to be up later, and it's gonna be an update, maybe a month old, but that's just how it's gonna have to be. So that's gonna be up later, like I said. Anyway, enough talking. Just gonna jump into the update here, and we're gonna start with the in-betweeners. We got the show here first of all. First 3 seasons, 1 season on each disc, and this has a good amount of special features too. It has video diaries. I think, yeah, all 3 seasons has video diaries with these four people, main actors, and this is just kind of a fun sort of British sex comedy high school show, which I did talk about that when I unboxed this movie. I mentioned that I'd only seen a few episodes, and that I kind of was enjoying it, but that I was hoping to like it more as it went by, and I kind of did, but I was a little surprised because I didn't enjoy it as much as I thought. By the end I thought that I would have liked it more, but of some reason the 3rd season or series I actually finished over one day. I mean, I watched all of those, how many, 6 episodes, maybe 8 even, I'm not sure. Anyway, I watched those in one day, so for some reason I was enjoying that more. And yeah, on the back here you have the movie, ad for the movie, and here we have the movie, which I got for a really cheap price, and I liked it. There's a second movie coming out, and this one follows the same vein as that. It's a feature-length thing, 93 minutes. It was fun. It was nothing special really. I think if you've seen the show and you watch this, you kind of know what to expect, and that's what you get. You get what you expect, but you don't get less than that. So I have no complaints. It's a fun movie. And then I'm gonna do another comedy here, which I've not shown you before, because most of these I actually have unboxed or shown you in the past at some point. But this one I got on Friday, I think, in the mail, and it's a Clear History, a new movie by Larry David. And besides Larry David, you can see, pretty impressive cast here. This is, if you have seen Larry David's show Curb Your Enthusiasm, I guess I shouldn't take for granted that you know who Larry David is, but he first of all was the co-creator of Seinfeld, then he went on to do a movie, and then Curb Your Enthusiasm, which is a show kind of similar to Seinfeld, but he stars in it as himself. And this movie is from last year, I think, and I haven't seen it until now. I actually did download this, and I was about to watch it, but kind of wanted to have it on DVD, so I never actually did watch the movie that I had on my laptop. So I waited until I got this. Really happy to have it. I really enjoyed it. I'm gonna have to watch it again at some point because it's Larry David, and you know, have to see everything Larry David has done twice, because he's done so little, actually. Anyway, yeah, if you've seen Curb Your Enthusiasm, this is pretty similar. In Curb Your Enthusiasm, he has these weird discussions about very trivial things, which to him is important, which to Larry David is important, but you know, very kind of characteristic for the show and for him. And if you know Larry David, you know these conversations or these theories that he has about different things. And in the show, there's a couple different things that happens in a very sort of idiosyncratic way, and they sort of happen, and then they're sort of intertwined in the ending somehow. And it's not really like this in the movie. There are these things, these observations that he makes in the movie, which definitely makes you think of the show. Like he talks about these things where you put the plug in the wall. I don't remember what they're called. I've had problems remembering that word forever. I don't know why, but he wants them to be, you know, higher up, because he doesn't see, you know, why do we need to hide chords or whatever? You know, he doesn't see the point with that, and that makes you think of Curb Your Enthusiasm for sure. So there are stuff like that, and it feels like that's sort of either I read someone who thought that he has a hard time getting away from his character in Curb, that he, you know, inevitably he writes some stuff which is very similar to that. But I also feel like it's kind of like a wink to the audience, very big Curb Your Enthusiasm audience, fan base, and I'm sure a lot of people really enjoyed seeing those moments, but they don't intertwine in the ending as they do in the show. They kind of do come back, but they're of no importance to the plot, not really. And there is a plot in this. In Curb, the plot is there are these small things that come together, but in this there actually is a plot. And I've talked enough already, so I don't really need to go into that, because the plot is it's not great. I mean, it's kind of fun, but mainly it's just fun to see Larry David do something again. And if you like Curb, then I recommend watching this if you haven't already. And speaking of Curb, I really hope he will do a 9th season. There has never been more than 2 years in between seasons before, and I think it's been 3 years maybe since he made season 8. So I don't know if that's a bad sign, but let's just hope that he will make a 9th season, because he still has a lot of energy in him. So I hope that he will. I don't think he has anything else planned at the moment, not that I know of anyway. Alright, let's continue. I don't know what to continue with. I have a bunch of stuff here. I don't think I'm gonna have time to talk about all of them. But we have Coraline on Blu-ray, which I have seen before. I don't previously own it. Sometimes I get Blu-rays movies on Blu-ray that I have on DVD. But this one I had seen before as a downloaded version. But yeah, I really liked it. I feel like I should love it, if that makes sense, because I love stop motion and I love animated movies. This is a very nice mix between. It is essentially a stop motion movie. They have filmed everything in stop motion, but then they have added a lot of stuff afterwards too, so it kind of looks computer generated at the same time, and so it's a very cool mix between the two. And they also go through that in the special features here, and that makes you appreciate it even more. And maybe that is why I feel like I should like it more than I do, because of all the work that went into it, and I'm really fascinated by all that work. And I love the movie too. I mean, I do like it a lot. Well, maybe I don't love it, but I do like it a lot. And but I just feel like it should be a fantastic movie in my opinion, but it's not. It's something that I think it might be the plot. I'm not too interested in the plot. I mainly like to look at what happens because the visuals are so damn beautiful. Yeah, I mean, it's a great movie. I'll watch it again in the future. It looks great on Blu-ray. When this first came on, like the credit scenes, there are some scenes over the credits, like some close-ups of various things. I was like, holy crap! I don't know if I've seen anything that looks this good on my TV before. Period. So yeah, that's a pretty good grade, I guess. But it's great movie if you like it says here, from the director of The Nightmare Before Christmas. If you like that, then you'll most likely enjoy this. And if you like animated and stop motion films, you'll enjoy this, I think. But I think most people have seen it. Then we have a very cheesy movie that I watched last night. I actually watched 3 movies last night, but this was the last one that I saw. And it's Grizzly, filmed by William Girdler. This was one of the movies that were made sort of in the wake or whatever of Jaws, so it sort of used that success. And yeah, it was successful. It says here the biggest independent success in cinemas, 1976. I think it might say here too, yeah, that it made 50 times its budget. Which, I don't know, maybe the budget wasn't very big, but it's still pretty impressive, I guess. This one is just about, it's what you expect. It's about a killer grizzly bear. Yeah, I'm not gonna talk about the plot too much. With this one I feel like it's hard to spoil it because you know exactly what to expect. Especially if you're familiar with these kinds of movies, nothing's gonna happen which you don't see coming. It's just a fun movie that mainly I guess fans of these kind of cheesy old movies would watch, and not too many movies who like mainstream movies would come across this and check this out. But I think. But anyway, like it says here, it says 6 meters of, well, it doesn't matter what, I don't know how to translate this, but 6 meters. And then they say 4.5 meters in the movie, or they say feet, but it's translated into 4.5 meters. So that's less already. And then when the bear actually does appear, it's just a regular grizzly bear. It's not bigger than a normal grizzly bear, as far as I know. It's just a regular bear that they've used, you know. And it's not even 4.5 meters. I don't know how they measure it, but it's not 4.5 meters. And you know, maybe you should expect that, but somehow I still was hoping for when the bear actually did appear, which, you know, it doesn't happen until a while into the movie, that it would be more impressive, that it wouldn't just be a regular bear, that they would have some sort of very cheesy, over-the-top animatronic or some sort of weird suit, or I don't know. I don't know if that would have worked, because the bear does have a lot of screen time towards the end, but still would have been, I would have preferred like 5 minutes of screen time with something that they created rather than 20 minutes of screen time of an actual bear, because that's not very interesting, just a regular bear. So yeah, an extremely cheesy movie that I was enjoying at first. Actually, I know I've been talking a lot, but I have just one more thing to say here. You know, of course, with these movies, the fun with the movie, in a way, is the wait for the appearance of the creature or the monster. And so, in that sense, if that's the part of the movie you enjoy, maybe it doesn't matter too much how the bear looks, because you enjoy the build-up. But of course, also you want the appearance of the bear to be, you know, what's the word? Well, satisfying, I guess. But it's not in this one. It's kind of anticlimactic. So I was enjoying the build-up as I was hoping for the appearance of the bear to be more impressive. But when the bear did appear, I was like, oh, come on, the biggest anticlimax in a while. But maybe it was naive of me to hope for anything more. But I just kind of, I was hoping anyway. The bear is actually here and here, but it looks more impressive here. So I'd like to think that it looked like this, but I didn't think it would. But you know, anyway, it's a fun movie. By the end of it, like I kind of said, but I might have been sidetracked. By the end of it, I didn't really like the movie that much. I thought it was fine, but still pretty bad. Alright, I haven't had time to talk about as many titles as I thought I would. But I'll have time for maybe a couple more. We have ER Season 3. Don't really have anything to say about this, except for I've been watching a lot of this over the past week. I think I started the show maybe a month ago. Maybe 2 months actually. I don't know. But yeah, this season is just... It's good. Like the other 2 seasons, I really enjoy it. There are stuff which are a little bit too over the top, but mainly it's a very realistic show, and they talked about that in the special features of the first season. Actually, there are no special features on the second or on this, or on most of the other ones, I think. But they talked about that. They used the proper medical terms and the proper tools and everything like actual medical staff would to make it realistic. So there is that, but as I said, there is also a lot of over-the-top moments, which I'm like, oh come on, that's way too much. But that's fine. Let's see, we'll have time for one more here. The Walking Dead season 3, yeah, on Blu-ray, and this one was better than the second one, but I still like the first one the most. The first one was a disappointment. I don't remember if it was when I talked about that, but I don't think it was the last update. If it was, then I haven't talked about it yet, but I'm pretty sure it can't have been that recently. Anyway, the third season it's better, like right from the start. Second season was so cheesy, so right from the start of this, it feels like they've tried to do something new, but there is still sort of residue of the cheesiness of season 2 stuff left, which is like, I don't like that. So I don't know, I still like the first one the most, but this is still pretty good. But I feel like I have more to say about this, but the camera is gonna turn off soon. Anyway, thank you for watching. I don't have more time because I can't edit this, I'm sorry about that, but thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.